give me an understanding of what you think is particularly behind this very attack of December 24th.
Yeah, well, Sharon, from your introduction and how you have the opening, from the chronology of whatsoever incidents of killings that have been happening on the plateau, I can tell you that over the years, plateau issue in terms of political crisis that were once caused by insecurity, that has been solved. In terms of religious crisis, that is no longer there on the plateau. In terms of ethnic clash or ethnic crisis, that is no longer on the plateau. And the wrong narration that has been going, which has bothered most of us, is that up till now, politicians or government have been trying to look at this issue at the wrong side of the coin, with the wrong diagnosis, in the sense that they still look at it as farmers herders clash, which is not so. And I've always said that if it were farmers herders clash, you will hear that the two sides that are clashing have victims. But here you will find out that villagers come in, villagers are being killed in the night, villagers are sleeping. You find out that people's houses are being burnt down, and so you keep wondering that what kind of clash is that is only one side that is always at the receiving end. And that's why we have been calling for a proper forensic analysis of these killings, because I wouldn't say crisis of these killings on the plateau. And I'm happy that the security expert is joining us on this program. That if you look at the chronology of how the killings have taken place on the plateau, are areas that are so vital in terms of vegetation. And when in terms of vegetation, which means agriculturally, those are areas that our food crops grow very well. Those are areas that have streams around that you can practically rear cattle. And after agricultural, after being an agricultural hub, you now look at the mineral resources. All these local governments have a high deposit of mineral resources. All the local governments that have been attacked have a high deposit of mineral resources. And if you look at again that most of these villages, that whenever any of these killings take place, they burn down the people's houses, chase the people from their villages, give it 2-3 weeks or a month. If you go back to that village, you will see that the village has different occupants, and not just different occupants. You will now find out that economic activities in terms of mining activities is taking place in those places. And you will see that those areas are heavily guarded. We have villages that have been captured since the early 2000s. Many of them, that up till today, our people have not been able to go back to those villages. But economic activities in terms of mining is ongoing in those villages.
So, Honorable, let's get it clear. So this is not religious. This is not
religious.
This is not ethnic.
Absolutely no.
Could you say categorically?
Neither is it political.
It is not political. It is not ethnic. It is not religious. It is not farmer herders clash. But this is about the natural resource of the indigenous people in this area. Can you say is that right?
Absolutely, because for instance, in the village, one of the villages that was burned down in Bagos, there was this one of these celebrities that went there to Bagos. Is it VDM or so? From his video, you will see that even where most of these houses were burned, on the near ground, you will see tea on the ground, because those are areas, most of our villages, even on the near ground, you're walking, you will see tea even before mining it. So these videos are there. I could have shared it with you earlier before now.
All right,
So,
the video has been going viral,
yeah.
and one of the reasons behind this conversation tonight is also to kill what is called misinformation and disinformation, because
Exactly.
that could largely also lead to reprisals and lead to more violence and more crises. And if you see 2 days ago or a day ago, in Ondo State, there are reports of bandit attacks. In Kaduna, in some part of Kaduna State, there are reports of attacks. In some part of Northwest, there are reports of attacks there. So when we wonder what exactly is going on, and one will be asking the question, is what is happening on the plateau different from these pockets of violence that we're seeing? But if we focus on what is happening on the plateau, is this similar to what you have perhaps experienced as a member that has represented these people in the House of Reps?
Yeah, I can tell you, we have shared notes with some of my colleagues then, especially from Zamfara. You will see that most of those areas that people are being chased and killed, those are areas that gold is being mined. So here you will find out that terrorists come in to chase people in those areas and take over those areas. So if it happens in Zamfara and it's happening in most of those areas, and that's why I'm calling for a forensic analysis of these terrorists killing people across the country. There should be a forensic analysis by security experts, by government, even by the journalists, so that you'll be able to see, to be able to coordinate. If you see that what is happening in Zamfara, those are areas that they are mining areas. What is happening on the plateau, those are mining areas. What is happening on Ogu, those are mining areas. You should outrightly know and put the dots together that this killing is all about mineral resources in Nigeria.